Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode with me, Seshni, at the Happy Doctor's Kitchen, where I'm teaching you to cook some happy and healthy meals. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and I hope you are enjoying the shows that I've had already done. So, today is a very good episode as well, another jam packed as always, but there's a bit of delay in getting the vetkoeks out because the vetkoek mixture has been made. It's gone to we've done the mixture for the fed cook, and I will explain a bit more about why there's a delay. But the other dish that I'm going to make is a favorite of ours and probably a favorite of yours as well, which is going to be some mutton curry and potato, or lamb curry and potato. So there's still a lot to do. Let's start cooking, everyone. And if you are following me or doing a live cook on with me, cook along, then do follow the ingredients that I'm going to be giving in a minute, and also to like, share, and let others know about my amazing episodes at the Happy Doctor's Kitchen. Because, as you know, the aim and purpose of the show is you are what you eat, your food is medicine, and your health is your wealth. So, hope everyone's keeping really happy and healthy while I get the oil on in the pan to start cooking the curry. Do drop me a message and let me know that you are watching. I hope that everyone is able to see me on the live. I'm going to add some oil into the pan, as you can see. So just some olive oil, about 1 to 2 teaspoons. We're going to cook a very simple, basic mutton curry. For the fed cooks, usually people make minced curry. So minced curry and peas is actually the curry of choice when you make fed cooks. But today we're going to have a nice lamb curry, and I'm going to cut the meat up really fine. Um, so in the pan, I've added some olive oil. I started preparing some of the ingredients, and then I decided, okay, I'm going to do the live show. So I've already added some onions, so about half to one chopped onion. I've added also some curry leaves, but I'm going to add some more. So you can have a look at the curry leaves. So I've got like sprigs of curry leaves, as you can see, and they're absolutely amazing. So I love the smell of curry leaves. So we can add some curry leaves and some of the herbs and spices, which is the biryani mixed herbs. So any curry that you make, most curries that you make, you usually would add some of these sticks and herbs and spices or goodies, as my mom would call them. So we're going to add some cinnamon in. So for mutton curry, you do want a nice pieces of cinnamon in and other spices. So I do like the star anise leaf and also some cardamom or lychee. So it's all the spices that are usually in this. So hope everyone's doing well. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome to another episode. We're making mutton curry or lamb curry, and we are making some fed cooks as well. So I hope we're going to be able to finish all of that, and some salad as well because it's happy and healthy. So about 2 or 3 cardamom, cinnamon stick, 1 or 2 bay leaves, and some fennel seeds as well. So these are all the main seeds that you would add in, and star anise seeds. So that's really, really nice. It's going to add really nice flavor to the onion. The reason why you add all those spices, because it adds flavor to the onion. So you let the spices, you let the onion saute for a little bit until they're nice and translucent, as you can see. And then you add the spices, all the goodies, these spices and goodies. These are really essential when you're making curry, you know. You do taste a difference when you don't add these into your curry. So do try and get in the habit of using, it's called biryani mixed herbs. So these are biryani mixed herbs or goodies, as my mom would say. But garam masala, it says garam masala. And garam masala is actually all these herbs which are roasted and ground, and you get garam masala. So that's got an absolutely amazing smell and flavor. And especially for mutton curry, you do want to add a bit extra of those. So we're just frying the onions with all the spices and loads of curry leaves as well. So basic, simple curry recipe. I'm sure a lot of you watching already know these recipes, but you know, I absolutely love cooking. I'm passionate about it, and I'm passionate on sharing my knowledge. Some of you may be able to cook better than me, so please do share your tips and do's and don'ts. I'm happy to hear them. Um, So the onions are cooking really nicely, and the smell alone just from this is fantastic. So I'm going to add some of my rice spice. Yes, so vadawo, kurung or braising spice. So I'm going to add, so this is a really yummy spice which I use for everything. So it's usually used for braising dal and fish curries and seafood. It can be used as in rice. So you add 1 teaspoon to a cup of rice and you boil it together. It adds flavor to make a savory rice. You can use it in biryani. You can also use it as a marinade. So there's a lot of different uses. If you've got a copy of my dad's recipe, which I popped on Facebook, the recipes how to use this is on there. But do let me know if you're watching and you want a copy of those recipes. I can send it to you. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of my rice spice. It's called rice spice, vadawo, kurung, or basil spice. So quite a few different names for it. I hope you can hear me. Maybe not because the music is a bit loud. But I was in the mood for some nice music. Just some chilling, relaxing music, and just to really have a relaxed show. If you like me and having, we've just had Valentine's weekend. A happy Valentine's to you, and I hope you had a fantastic Valentine's weekend. Even if you're single, I hope you enjoyed it and you enjoyed it. That's the main thing. So at this point, after you've added the rice spice, oh, it's absolutely amazing. Just look at this. The smell. You're not here to smell this, but I can tell you that the smell is absolutely divine. This is one of the reasons I love cooking. Do try and get this spice. It's really, really good. It's a family recipe, so it's definitely, definitely good. And it's very healthy, and I'll explain why. So now I'm going to add all my masalas in now that we've got this lovely bagar mixture and the base for our curry. So every curry, this is very, very similar as to how you would prepare it. So I'm going to add some rombo rossi. Yes, you guessed it. So I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon. So I'm feeling for a little bit of a spicy option today. So I'm just going to grab another teaspoon. So I'm feeling for really nice spicy sort of curry. So I've added 1 tablespoon of my rombo rossi and 2 tablespoons of my masala, mixed masala. So you can add more. So some people add, my mom used to say, add at least 4 to 6 tablespoons of your masalas. And just make sure you mix it because obviously it's going to start, it can start sort of getting caught at the bottom, but then you make sure you add some water. And that's a trick I learned from a dietitian. Whilst I was studying at university, she said instead of adding more oil, you can rather add some, it's absolutely amazing as you can see. Yeah, so she said add some water, so that'll give it a really nice flavor. So I'm going to add some coriander, cumin and fennel mix, so about 1 tablespoon of that. I'm going to add turmeric, so about 1 teaspoon or half a tablespoon. Garam masala I'm going to add later, but I'm going to add 1 tablespoon as well. Mutton curry, so you want to make it really flavoursome. And this is now the basic base of your curry, as you can see. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and I hope you're enjoying the show. And I'm going to pop the music loud so you guys can pour yourself a drink, enjoy the show, and just relax. Ginger and garlic, 1 tablespoon or more. This music reminds me of really nice Bhangra music and dancing and Punjabi dancing with, screwing and unscrewing the light bulbs action. So I'm not going to do it, guys. My hand has to be occupied here. But if you're at home, why don't you do that? Put the music louder and just enjoy the show. So that is all. It smells absolutely amazing. And I mean, if you can get this part right of curry, I think a lot of people contact us, and this has been throughout my life. We've had customers come and ask me, how do you make curry? And especially if they're not Asian or they're Asian, but they've been brought up in a different country or different household. So, and obviously there's so many different recipes. So my advice is just stick to this basic recipe. Just get your basic ingredients, your masala and your spices. Add your onions, add your curry leaves, the bagar or the rice spice, and then all the other spices that I said. We do have the curry packs where it gives you instructions, so that's also quite easy. But if you just stick to this, I mean, look at this. That is just like the basic curry sauce, and it looks so amazing. You can add some chili powder as well. I'm going to taste it later and see whether I do need to add some chili powder or a little bit more of the rombo rosti. Let's see. Just to give it a really nice spicy taste. So that's all, and the ginger and garlic obviously is really important. So what I'm doing now is adding my meat. So I've pre-cooked my meat. I did take the lamb and I pre-cooked it. So what I did was I um, boiled the lamb with a little bit of salt, and I also added some ginger and garlic to take some of the fleshy taste out. And there you have it. And that's your curry sauce already formed. So I'm just going to let that cook for a few minutes. And then we're going to add some other bits. So hope everyone's enjoying the show. You can add some ghee as well, guys. If you are really into, you want something a bit richer and really nice, you can add some ghee as well, which is really good. I'm just checking if I've got some chili powder, some Kashmiri chili powder, which I'm going to add some in, and just a lid to pop over. So we're just going to cover it. You can add more water if you want. And I'm going to taste it a bit just to get a feel of how it tastes. But it looks really nice. Absolutely amazing. So I'm going to grab some Kashmiri chili just to, I want it to be really spicy. I think the rombo rosti did the trick. Add some salt. So hope everyone's doing well. Good morning, good afternoon. Quite a lot of people have joined, so thank you so much for joining. And I know, a lot of people are able to join, but a lot of people are not able to join, depending on the time and the time zones, because we get viewers from all over the world. So 1 to 2 tablespoons, teaspoons of salt. I didn't use my hand this time. Oh, it smells absolutely amazing. So if you do want your food cooked really quick, and especially with lamb or mutton, I would say get in the habit of boiling it beforehand. Otherwise, everything has to cook for like an hour and a half, or an hour and 15 minutes. Even if you've got lamb that's soft cooking, what I find is that it takes really long. Or if you've got a pressure cooker, that's even more amazing. There are some pots below that I'm going to demonstrate one of the days. And friends of mine, Sip and Coco, are selling them. So distributing them. So they distribute of it. So that range, not like the AMC, but similar. And they have a pressure cooker with it. It's a good idea to invest in a pressure cooker. So let's cover this. So because the meat is already prepared and cooked already, so it's really, really soft and juicy already, and I've added to the curry. I would say in total about 30 to 40 minutes our curry should be ready. Thank you. So I'm just going to add a little bit more of my Kashmiri chili. So like I said, it's going to be like 30 to 40 minutes, and the curry will be ready. So just a little bit of my Kashmiri. So I do love Kashmiri chili as well. So it's already really spicy, and I hope the tomatoes is obviously going to bring the spice down a notch. You know me and the curry. Oh, this that is needed a bit of Kashmiri. Look at that. So I do suggest always a combination of your Kashmiri chili, your mixed masala or mutton or lamb masala, and your rumba rosi, as well as that looks amazing, as well as the dhania, coriander, cumin, and fennel mix, and garam masala. And then I added some rice spice or vegetables and some ginger and garlic. So this curry, you can serve it with roti, serve it with rice, with a nice salad. And as we are having it tonight, I don't want to make you jealous, but we are having curry bunnies, so we have it vetkoeks with it. And I'll go through the vetkoeks recipe if I remember. I will go through it. That looks amazing. So now you can add your tomatoes in, and then your potatoes. So obviously, if you are preparing the meat from scratch without cooking and boiling it, then I would say you would need to prepare, this step should be at least 30 minutes that you prepare your meat and cooked it. Or you can add the tomatoes like after 15 to 20 minutes. So this is going to give it a nice gravy, a nice curry sauce. Because that's what gives the food a curry sauce, is adding a little bit of water and obviously adding tomatoes. That looks amazing. I'm going to check the salt level again. And then we're going to get ready with our potatoes. So we're going to make sure that, so when you add your tomatoes in, you cook it so that the gravy, so it forms that gravy, that nice gravy. So no curry is really complete without having gravy. And in our house, certainly, they absolutely love gravy. Like, if I don't make enough gravy, then there's something wrong with the curry. Trust me, that looks amazing. So there's so many different recipes for the lamb. So let's have a taste. Smells amazing. Spicy, but tasty. Really, really nice. So I'm going to add some more water. Look at that. Just look at that for a little while and then I'll cut it. So I hope everyone's enjoying the show. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. There's a problem with my transmission on my Facebook post. So I have shared it, and you can see it on YouTube, or you can see it on so on YouTube or on my Facebook post. But on Spice to Life page, I'm just going to grab a little bit more water. I'm going to add some more water in there, because I want nice gravy, and especially because we're making curry bunnies. So it's vetkoeks curry bunny, guys. It's not a normal bunny. So it's a vetkoeks. I'm just going to grab some clean water, and we're going to just add some fresh water in here. Oh, but that looks absolutely amazing. It's definitely looking the way I wanted it to. It looks absolutely, absolutely amazing. So good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. And thank you so much for joining me again in another episode at the Happy Doctor's Kitchen. There's some more water. So this is mutton curry, and yes, you're always adding more and more water. And the reason, as I said, is because you are getting it to cook really nicely, and especially if you haven't cooked your meat. So that's why I'm actually doing the steps so that you will remember when you're doing it as well. So Nisha says, "Good evening from Cape Town. We just had dinner. Some nice yummy dal with pickled chilies. Hope you and your family are well." Hello, Nisha. Thank you so much for joining, and it's absolutely amazing to hear from you. Dal and rice sounds absolutely amazing, and especially with the pepper chilies. I hope you enjoyed it. That combo is, that's like a combo that we also love as well, especially on days, a nice cold rainy day, and also when you're fasting. Dal is so healthy and so nourishing. So we're just gonna put the temperature up. We're getting the sauce to cook really, really nice. It's got a nice gravy. Because as you can see, I've added loads and loads of water. So you do want to add enough water in your curry. And you must know when you're gonna add the potatoes in, the potatoes are just gonna soak up all the juice. So you're just gonna make sure that it's getting really nicely cooked, and the sauce is coming up really nice. The house is filled with the Durban smell. I can tell you, the South African smell. So if you were anywhere in the world and you're cooking with these spices, it just transports you back to home. And that's what lots of our customers tell us. So I'll come back to the feedback. So Sentil Kiston is watching, and he's saying, "Good evening. Good evening, Sentil. All the way in Durban, I think. Hope you are doing well. And yes, hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. How's the weather like in Cape Town and Durban? In the UK, it's got a bit rainy. So it was really raining. It was raining today, and I think it was raining yesterday as well. But we've had a good few days of very cold weather. But we're just staying indoors. We're still in lockdown, and that's going to be reviewed on the 22nd of February. So, guys, I'm so glad that you guys joined, and it's so amazing to hear that people that I know have joined. So do drop me a line and message. Let me know what you are doing and what you've had for supper or for dinner or for breakfast or for lunch, wherever you are in the world. Because obviously there's loads of people from all over the world that are watching the show. So I think our meat is getting nicely cooked. I want a really nice gravy. So I'm doing this episode quite slow so you can actually see the steps for me, and also the mutton curry or lamb curry transforming. So this recipe is simple. You can also use it if you're a vegetarian or any, so you can substitute the meat or the lamb for vegetables. So if you want to make a nice vegetable curry, some mixed vegetables like potato, carrots, peas, green beans, cauliflower, butternut squash, you can add that instead of the lamb. You can also make chicken curry, beef curry, turkey curry, what you name it, fish curry, whatever. You can use a similar recipe. Obviously, for the seafood and the fish curry is a bit different. So it's you add more garlic, it's spicier, and also it's got a bit of different flavor because you add some methi and some mustard. So specifically for fish, and we use a lot of jeera and mustard seeds. So this I usually use for seafood as well. So this is absolutely lovely because it's got methi, it's got the mustard and the garlic and onions, and also a whole lot of different spices. Um, so I would say that that's also good spice to use. Um, So I'm gonna add some more. I'm gonna add my garam now, more garam now instead of later, because if I add it later, then I think what's gonna happen is that it's gonna go on the potatoes. So I just want to mix it nice into the sauce. So extra bit of garam. And as I said, the garam masala is actually a mixture of all your spices, so all your goodies. So this is actually garam masala. So it's a mixture of all these spices, and I'll show it to you in a bit if you want. But our curry is looking absolutely amazing. Oh, and for a day like this is going to go down so well. So I've used a medium curry mix, not a very hot one today. That's why I added Kashmiri and also Rombo rosti. So in total, I think I've added like 4 tablespoons of the masalas, as well as the 2 to 3 tablespoons of dhania, coriander, cumin, um, turmeric, and garam masala. So it's quite a bit of masalas that go in. I think someone messaged me and said, some people are so scared to actually even experiment and put spices in. So I think if you are concerned like that, start off with a mild mixture and you can always build on that because you're going to get used to the different tastes. And also, it will depend on your household what type of skins, what type of palates they have, whether they can manage to eat very hot and spicy. I mean, I do know, like with our household, we used to eating curry from a very young age. Our moms would have given us like curry and dal and rice from the time we were like weaned going on to solid. So we would have had it. So we are trained from very young to eat spicy. So our body and our gut and our intestine, our whole system, digestive system is trained to cope with the spices. So that's why I'm saying if you are starting out, you're getting used to more spices from different sort or just the chicken spices you're using. Start off slow. Start off with a little bit of the mild, medium, or if you want to try a little spicy, try. But just use less, always add less and then add on. So which is why I demonstrated that today, you rather add less and then add more. Oh my goodness, this looks amazing. My mouth is watering now. And we haven't even put the potatoes in yet, guys. So yeah, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and thank you so much for joining me session at the Happy Doctor's Kitchen. I hope you guys are keeping safe, keeping well, keeping happy and healthy. That's the main thing. If you're going through anything, go back into the present moment because the key is being in the present moment. And also, unless it's a life and death situation, I want you to think about whatever you're going through, try and problem solve it and rectify the situation, get help if you need and support, but don't suffer in silence and don't let it make you become depressed or unwell or sad because there's so much going on in the world and yes, it is worrying with the way things are. But keep your chin up and remain positive, happy and healthy. Cook happy and healthy. So protein based, anything that's protein based. So that's why the mutton curry is good. So anything with proteins in, so any sort of vegetarian and non-veg, protein is really good source of keeping your mood elevated and happy. So you're probably doing it already. But start listening to what I'm saying and just change your diet to reducing some of the carbs and having more protein. So if it's a breakfast, lunch, and supper, try and have protein throughout the day. And that will stabilize your blood sugar levels. It will also stabilize your mood. So we'll talk more about that, but that is definitely a trick that I know and that works because I've coached so many people and the feedback I've got, like even after 3 days, you will start to see a difference. So you might have like boiled eggs or fried eggs or grilled eggs with some little bit of butter or some olive oil. You might have that for breakfast because that's protein based. For lunch, you could have a protein dish. So maybe a salad with some chicken, with tofu salad, any vegetarian lentil type dishes, chickpeas with salad, and then for dinner or even soup. But obviously have some bit of pulses as protein if you're vegetarian. And then for dinner, have a protein rich diet again, this with some salad. And you will start to notice the more and more protein. So it needs to be consistent. It needs to be that you are adding protein throughout the day to ensure that your mood stays really happy and healthy. So we'll come back to that, but that's the potatoes. So I've already chopped up the potatoes. I think I'm going to add a little bit of water because I don't want to add the potatoes in and then add water because these are really soft cooking and they're going to be so mushy in here. And I don't want mushy potatoes. So I'm just going to add some of the potatoes in. So I'm going to do it like this because they're really very soft. So I pre-cook the potatoes. For the show, I always pre-cook the potatoes. Um, so yeah, I was saying, try and incorporate protein in your diet. If you need advice, do pop me a message and we can talk about it. But any sort of protein, is really, really good, happy and healthy. So the ones that are mashed up, I'm going to just make some mash with it. We love mash in this house. So there you are, some nice. So if you've got up-to-date potatoes, even more amazing. Or if you've got Mary Piper, or there's so many different type of potatoes you can get. But I would say, I always try and use a soft cooking one because you don't want to be checking your potatoes like 40 minutes later and it's not cooked. So these potatoes cook within 15 to 20 minutes. So I pre-cook them, and as you can see, they look absolutely amazing. So I've added enough water now. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just check the salt content and just check that there's enough salt. We can add salt. So yeah, the music has gone soft now. This adds. So I've put a new playlist. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's have a taste of that. Absolutely delicious. I do need to add a little bit more salt because it's got a lovely taste, and the garam masala gives it an absolutely amazing taste. So we have green spoon and taste it again. But yes, garam masala does give it a really, really nice taste. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Quite a few people have joined. Thank you so much. So the garam masala really is a trick to making your curry, the mutton curry, really nice. So try and add some garam masala. So really nice. Absolutely delicious. Really tasty. And it's spicy. So it does have a bit of flavor. So I think that's the key, when you're making curry and if you want to make it hot, I wouldn't say I want to make curry like just hot like a vindaloo, where it's just burning. I'd rather have a curry when I want to serve a nice curry to have it hot and spicy with a lot of flavor. Because I think that's key. Don't you think? Instead of just having a curry that's just spicy and hot and burning, you want something that's going to that you're going to be able to taste, isn't it? So I think we can start looking at preparing a bit of salad while we let the potatoes soak in the nice gravy that we've got. So I'm going to make a nice salad. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Do drop me a message. Quite a few people have joined in. I haven't mentioned everyone's names, but I can see that you're watching and I hope you're enjoying it. Do like, share, and comment, and let me know that you're watching. And yes, I'm looking forward to showing you the prepared version of our mutton curry or lamb curry. But like I said, if you were obviously if you were fasting today and you wanted something vegetarian, you could have made it a very vegetarian dish. So I'm going to make some salad. So we're just going to make a nice plate of salad. Um, so just some lettuce, which I've already washed. So I've just got lettuce and tomato. I'm going to make a salad with lettuce and tomato. I'll just grab a smaller knife and what we're gonna do is slice this up. I like slicing my lettuce up. So I just washed it and I've soaked it with salt water and let it drain. And I'm gonna just chop up some tomato just in slices, and we are going to make just a simple salad that's gonna go with this. So you can serve it with whatever salad you want. So the only final thing to do with the curry is to keep an eye on your curry as you're preparing your salad or whatever else you're preparing. Make sure you're watching your curry, and all we're going to do is add some coriander on the top, so that's looking really, really nice. So yeah, so we're just going to, thank you. So we're just going to cut up some of our lettuce. I'm just cutting it up. I'm just slicing it up like so. So good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. And thank you so much for joining. So another jam-packed episode with me, Seshni, at the Happy Doctor's Kitchen. And yeah, there's so much going on, and I hope everyone's keeping well and healthy, the main thing. And yes, it's absolutely amazing to be back on the show. I don't know if you saw my weekend show. I made some pasta, and also so that was, we prepared pasta meal for the homeless in the UK. So I was, as I was saying, you know, if everyone helps and does a little bit if you can, I think it will help, you know, help humanity as a whole. You know, whatever we can afford to give to others, I think it's important. But if you're not in the position to do it, don't do it. You know, and I'm sure someone will help you as well. So, because I do know there's quite a lot of people that's also struggling as well. So we need to be mindful that not everyone is in a position to do it. I like the lettuce cut up like this. I don't like the big pieces of lettuce because this makes it really easy to sort of chew. And then I'm just cutting out in slices of tomato. So I hope everyone's doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Our mutton curry, lamb curry is already almost ready. So as I said, you can serve this with some nice yellow rice, with some rice, some roti. You can serve it. You can make a bunny chow. So I wish I was making bunny now, but we're having vetkoeks later. So the vetkoeks will be ready, but they're not ready at the moment. I'm going to find out how far the vetkoeks are, but I don't think they're ready at the moment. So we'll find out a bit more about the vetkoeks. And then just add some coriander over this. Coriander, salad, as well as some salt and some pepper. You can also squeeze some lemon and put over and down. Some salt. And I think our curry is ready. What do you think? Salt. The curry looks ready. And you can add some pepper as well. Pepper. Pepper on that. So that's our curry done. You know when your curry is ready. So this is a lamb curry or mutton curry. So you know your curry is ready when the oil or the ghee or whatever surfaces on the top. As you can see. You can see there's a nice mullah bone as well. I don't know if you can see that. Some people will ask me, where do you get meat with mullah bone? So, and I absolutely love the mullah bone. I don't know if it was the same in your household, but there were a few of us that liked the mullah bone, so this was like one of the best parts of the curry to have. And there's quite a few in here. But in our household, I think I'm the only one that actually goes for it, so at the moment. Unless we get someone else that moves in that likes it. But anything's possible. So that is a curry. That's a salad. I'm going to find out about the curry bunnies, but I don't think it's ready. Smells amazing. And the gravy, look at the gravy. The sauce looks really, really nice. You can see that. Amazing. That's a nice song. So there you have it, guys. A simple and easy lamb curry, mutton curry and potato. So simple and easy. मेरा यार भी तू मेरा प्यार भी तू मेरी जीत भी तू मेरी हार भी तू मेरा दिलदार है दिलदार भी तू मेरा जिंदगी पे एतबार भी तू मेरा मोमिन तू मेरा काजी तू मेरा रुसिया तू मेरा राजी तू मेरा अब भी तू मेरा आतिश तू मेरा दुश्मन तू मेरा आशिक तू मेरा दिन भी तू मेरी रात भी तू मेरी रूह भी तू मेरी जात भी तू मैं तो दूर भी तू मेरे साथ भी तू इस काफिर दी औकात भी तू अल्लाह salad and our mutton curry. It looks really nice, guys. If I should say so, I'm just going to find out about the curry bunnies and what's happening with our vetkoek, whether we're going to be able to make some and try some now live. I think I'm going to grab some oil and I think we're going to be able to make some now, sure. So what we're going to do is the curry's going to settle. I'm going to put the oil on. And I'm going to pray that my curry bunnies are coming. So I hope you guys are watching. So let's just leave that there till we can get our vetkoeks. I'm going to put some oil in the pan. So I'm going to fry it in this one. I think this is better because you need some deep oil. So the vetkoeks have been made. So let me just pop that down. So we've made some vetkoeks. And all we need to do now is to fry the vetkoeks. So I'm going to fry it in this. I'm going to grab some oil and hopefully wait for my vetkoeks to come so I can fry them. And I'll explain exactly what you have to do. The instructions are actually on the yeast container, the yeast box. So all you need to do is take 500 grams of, sorry about the noise. So you need to take 500 grams of I'll just show you the mixture. So all you do is 500 grams of flour, so bread flour, and then you get a packet of yeast. So you take 500 grams of flour, you mix a pinch of salt and sugar, you add 300 ml of warm water and some butter, so about 25 grams of butter. So you add first all the ingredients, so the flour, sugar, salt, and the butter together. You make some crumbs. Then you add your yeast. So the yeast is, I'll show you the packet of yeast that I use. And then you get 300 ml of warm water and a lukewarm water, and then you mix it up. So you make a dough like this. So this is the dough that's made, and then you set it aside to rise. So we usually put it in a warm sort of cupboard that we've got at home. I don't know if you have something like that, but you should have something. Is it an airing cupboard? A warm airing cupboard. And then with this you add 1 packet of the yeast as well. So dry yeast, about 7 grams is in each sachet. So I'll just show you the box. If I get the box, I'll show it to you. But so there you are. So we've put this to rise for about an hour. So we've made this an hour ago. And what we're going to do is we're going to now make our vetkoeks. So that's the vetkoek mix. So let's get the vetkoeks made. Oh, the curry looks absolutely amazing. So I've got my oil. I'm going to fry it in some deep oil. You do need a bit of oil. So I'm going to fry some more. So my sister-in-law I was talking to, that's why we got inspired to make vetkoeks. But my sister-in-law was saying, Azalea, she says that they usually have rooster brood. And the rooster brood is made on, so you don't have to actually fry this in so much of oil. So if you're watching your cholesterol, you've got high blood pressure or some cholesterol problem, what you can do is you can actually put it onto the braai. So you can actually put it on the braai and you can actually grill it, but you need to make sure the braai is not too hot, so you can do it indoors. So you can actually get your braai, you can get you can actually braai outside and get the coal all hot and then bring it inside, and then once you've made your fat cook, you put it on just like that onto the coals or the braai stand or the barbecue stand for the English people that are listening. So that's absolutely amazing to know. So if you don't want to make the fat cooks in like oil as such, you can do that. So we're just going to wait for our fat cooks and then we're going to get the oil hot. But as you can see, our curry looks absolutely amazing. It does look amazing, doesn't it? So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. That is like a really, really amazing and tasty, delicious mutton curry, guys. This is it doesn't get better than this. So the gravy has come out nice. I think you see is adding extra garam masala and all your other spices, which obviously will give it a really nice taste. Mm, amazing. And it's got really nice gravy, as you can see. It looks so good. And this is going to be served with salad. And I'm going to make some fat cooks now. I'm going to fry some fat cooks so you guys can see how fat cooks are made. So as I said, for the recipe, you can buy the bread flour, or yeah, so that's the flour that you need, about 500 grams, 300 mils of water, warm water, 25 grams of butter, a pinch of salt, a pinch of sugar, and a packet of yeast, so about 7 grams of yeast. Oh wow, that was quick. So how do you just so you just take the dough? Oh, this was really quick, guys. That was so amazing. Thank you. So all you do is I'm told that you just roll these out flat. So you just take the dough that you had, you roll it out flat, and then you cut them up in pieces like this. And that is the fat cooks. Ooh, I'm so excited now. So let's get these out of the way, and then we can start making our fat cooks. So we're going to fry that in the oil. So the curry looks so good. I would have been satisfied just with the curry, but I think having the curry bunnies now I'm like even more excited about it. So you have to have the oil hot. So you're going to make the oil hot, and then you're going to fry these peppers. So as I said, the dough that you had, you take that dough, and so it's a very similar to a bread mixture. Just trying to explain to people what fat cook is, because I think when people hear fat cook, they think, "Oh, fat cook. What is fat cook? Is that a fat cake or what is it?" So fat cook is typical South African dish. It's usually served with minced curry and potatoes. And I don't know how to describe what a fat cook is. I'm going to think of the word, but it's a typical, like a bread type of dough type of mixture. So these are the fat cooks, and that's done. So the oil has to be extremely hot, I'm told. So we need to make it extremely hot, and then we're going to add them in, and we're going to start frying them. Oh, it smells. It's got that yeast smell, So it's like a bread type mixture, which obviously is going to be like in a cake sort of shape. Around, it's like this, yeah. It's like a. So you can just fry these until it's nice and golden, and then once it's fried, you cut it up. You obviously strain it, take the excess oil out. You cut it up. You could have it just with some butter and jam, with butter and cheese, Marmite. You could have it with any sort of filling, any filling. Trust me, we've tried all of them, even with Nutella and chocolate. And also you can make some curry and have it with that. So we're going to have it like that. And I can assure you they're going to absolutely love it. I think this is a good idea to make mutton today So it's a bit different from what we usually make, which I think is good. So my hands are already doughy and full of flour. Oh, I love the smell. So I'm told it's supposed to be very hot, so I'm just going to be careful with the oil, um, and make sure that we are cooking the vetkoeks really nice. So make sure you get the oil hot, nice and hot. Grab your utensils that you need to sort of strain the excess oil, and maybe pick up the vetkoeks with that. And also, so all we do, so all you had to do was, with the big um, the dough that I showed you, all you had to do was roll it out, and then you actually cut it up. It would have been nice to demonstrate it to you, but maybe the next time. What I'll do is I will try and do that, live. I can show you exactly. Unfortunately, everything's done. So we're just going to strain it and then, so make sure that when it's cooked, so you've got another dish and a container. So when it's going to get strained out, the excess oil, so you can take that and put it in there. So with everything ready, I'm just going to grab a plate so we can actually show you how I'm going to serve the fish and the pasta. So there's so many fillings you can do it. If there's any left over, I'm going to do a show tomorrow and just show you all the different types of fillings. But I doubt we're going to have any left over. So I'm just going to plate up some vetkoeks on the platter and on this with the curry just now. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This show got even more exciting now because we are um, making vetkoeks. Yes, so I did put vetkoeks on there so people do know that it's vetkoek. In case they join and they don't know what I'm cooking or preparing, so it's good that I've got the subtitles there. So let's pop the music on. Grab yourself a drink, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, chill and relax. I want it to be easy and relaxing, and then you just enjoy the show. So now what we are doing is making the vetkoeks. So the oil is really, really hot. I'm just going to test it. Yeah, it's really, really hot. But I'm told it has to be very hot. So I think it's really, really hot. So maybe it's better to use a pan where you can see how I'm making the vetkoek. So I'm going to change the pot actually because I think you can't actually see in that pot. So it will be lost exactly what I'm making. So let's just get slowly. Really hot. Put it to one side. Just be careful with the hot oil when you're using hot oil. So I think it's hot enough now. Yeah, so we can start. Yeah, that's much better. You can actually see now I'm frying the peppers. Okay, it's gonna get even hot. Put the music on, put it loud, pour yourself a drink, and just enjoy the show. We're making Facebook and we just made the mutton curry, which has come out so amazing. If I should say so myself, while I'm getting really nice and hot. Amazing. So yeah, I'm just gonna add a few more in. Just two more. Okay, so it's on number 9 heat, so hopefully it is really hot now. Yeah, it's the highest that it can go, so it's really, it needs to be like very, very hot. Okay. there's our vetkoeks getting cooked. So yeah, it has to be very hot because it has to cook, like it gets cooked very quickly. And you must know, like it's a very doughy mixture. So these are like very doughy. So hope everyone's enjoying the show. Do like, share, and comment, and let other people know about the vetkoeks that I'm making. So we just let that cook so it comes nice and brown. So the vetkoeks are going to come very, very brown. It needs to be cooked to perfection. So nice and brown. And it's like gulgulas, I would say. It's similar to gulgulas, but different. It's like a massive gulgula, but a different consistency. I'm finding it hard to sort of describe to you how thick they are, but it's not actually gulgulas. The gulgula is more like a mini donut, I would say, gulgulas. And these are not actually donuts. It's like a bread roll, I'm told. Okay, I didn't realize that until now. So, but we absolutely love vetkoeks. I remember in university, in Bloemfontein, they used to have a vetkoek stall at the hospital, and so when we were on call or having lessons and lectures, someone would sell these vetkoeks with the mince or just vetkoek with cheese and chutney, and it was absolutely delicious. So that's when I first got hooked onto vetkoeks. So as you can see, it's really, really simple and easy to make. And guys, if I can make it, okay, I had some help, but I do know exactly how to make the whole thing. I was going to make the mixture, and then I was told that the expert in the house was going to do it. So my husband's family, they used to have pet cooks, was like a treat in their house. Um, and yeah, my sister-in-law was telling me today, Azalea. So pet cooks was like the treat, it's like pet cooks in roasted bread on the braai, or it's called roasted bread on the braai. So if you were making this and you didn't want to, you could have actually made some on the braai as well and show you. But I'll do that another episode. I will make it again maybe you can do it on the braai. So you can actually just take these, pop them onto the coal on the braai stand. So if to make roasted bread. What's the translation for roasted bread? It's roasted bread, I would say, isn't it? Or braai bread or something. Sorry? It's what? Oh, grilled bread, I'm told. So roasted bread is grilled bread. So what you do is you take the these vegetables, you put them, and the way my sister-in-law explained is you take your rice stand, you get the coal, everything, make sure you're keeping an eye on your fish cooks as well while you're chatting. Um, so yeah, so it's not ready yet. So I'm just, yeah. So when you are frying, just make sure you're keeping an eye on it. But you can't take it out too quick because what's going to happen is the inside it won't be cooked properly. So what I'm going to say is, yeah. So the way my sister-in-law explains, you take it to the barbecue, you get your charcoal, everything in, you get your fire going, and then you can bring, if it's a small braai stand, you can bring it inside, or a barbecue stand, and you can cook it inside. But it doesn't have to be very hot. So when you're cooking it with oil, it needs to be piping hot. But when you're cooking it on the braai or the barbecue stand, it doesn't have to be very hot. So I think I'm supposed to take it out now. We'll turn it over. Turn it over. I'll take them out now. So just get that a bit brown, but that's how you want it, so golden brown. So just popping it nicely, just to give it one more turn, and then I'm going to take it out. Be careful with the oil because oil does splash, and you need to be very careful when you are preparing these. So yeah, so back to the roasted bread. So it's rolled bread, and this is like a bread roll, a fried bread roll, but Afrikaans style of fried bread roll. And so I'm popping it into the colander, so excess oil, because it's a lot of oil, right? So just imagine it's like a big gulgula that you have. Just going to be careful with the oil. absolutely piping hot. So we can actually put that on the top now and show you how we're going to serve this. So thank you so much for joining, guys. We are making vetkoeks. So imagine that. So absolutely amazing, lovely vetkoeks. The oil is really, really hot, so do be careful with the oil. I'm just going to step away as I'm frying it. So the oil is very, very hot. So you can see it's risen nicely. So when you pop it onto the grill, you have to grill it for about, until it's cooked. So the rooster burwit on the fry stand or the grill will cook till it's cooked. So yeah, you can do that. So I'm going to get one cut up and put on a plate, and we're going to show you how we're going to serve it with our salad. The salad and also the mutton curry and our vetkoek. And also you can just have it with butter, serve it with butter. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to turn these over. Yeah, these are cooking really. So they cook really quick, right? And hopefully they should be cooked inside, right? I'm going to show you they're getting cooked. And we just cut one up. So I'll show you how they're done. So just put some butter on as well. We'll get some butter and pop it on. That's how it looks. So that's the vetkoek. And all you do is you just cut it open. And that's now your curry bunny. You can fill it with anything you want. So mince and potato. You can use vegetarian mince for those vegetarians. So this is a good dish for vegetarians. I'm going to pop some butter on. Cheese, marmite, jam. The fillings are, there's a long list of them. So it's not just that. So as you can see, they're cooking really nice. And what we're going to do is we are going to take some curry and put it on the inside, and then you can see how. So that was a curry, mutton curry. So it's so amazing, absolutely amazing. So check your vetkoeks. I am so glad that we made this. This was definitely supposed to happen today to make this. And after that long chat I had with my sister Rosalia, we were actually feeling to make roasted bread. But I promise I will make roasted bread. No, so we're going to fold the curry bunny. Okay. So we're going to fold one, and then we can cut another one and just show you how, just with a little bit of sauce and some potato. And we'll fill it just a little bit, just to show how you serve your curry bunny. A small piece of potato, but as I said, usually mince filling, chicken curry, you can make any type of filling you can have it. But typically it's mince and a piece of potato. You can have some apricot jam or cheese. So there's so many different recipes. So I'm just going to grab this out. So I'm going to show you that. That's how it is. And try and take this out as well. So you can have a look at that. Curry bunny fold. I'll show it to you in a bit. I'm going to take this over. I will turn it over. So just leave it in the butter, and then we can just show the curry bunnies. So getting very hot. Yeah, really cooked. Make sure you don't burn them. So you just need to cook them really nice. Pop the others in. the oil is very hot, so you can just check the temperature and obviously adjust accordingly. And there you have it. I'm going to show you this one, and just the plain ones with the that's curry bunny fold. I'm going to show it to you in a bit while I just get myself sorted. And then I'll show you the platter with all our curry bunny, with all our vetkoeks that have been fried. So that is your curry bunny. So it's basically your vetkoek. So just a vetkoek which is filled with some curry. So that's filled with some mutton curry. And you can serve it with some chutney, you can serve it with some pickle, with salad, and that's basically it. So these are cooking very fast. I'm just going to have a look at them. I'm so grateful that my husband actually made these, and my son, they made the vetkoek, because we all love this in the household. So there you have it. We're almost at the end. I'm gonna butter some so you can see how amazing they are. You can just leave that here. So yeah. So I'm just gonna butter it as well. So we're gonna keep an eye on our bunny. We're putting them bunnies because that's what they call them. Curry bunnies. Curry bunnies. They're known as, so it's a different bunny from what we know as bunny chows. It's called curry bunny. So it's because it's curry with this minced curry, yeah. So there you have the vetkoeks. They're absolutely firm. They're like a big bulgur, I would say. Oh, and they're gonna just melt in your mouth. So just that's, you can have it just like this with some cheese and some jam, and they're absolutely warm. So it's best to eat it really warm. So I'm just gonna check my vetkoeks are ready. Are they ready to take out now? I think. And they just melt, as you can see. You can just, they're just melting. So that is your vetkoeks. So it's just basically vetkoeks or fat cakes, or it's called vetkoek. So I just leave that there. And I think the others are ready. I don't want them to get burnt, but that's a really nice one. Look at that. That's a nice one there. The curry. Oh, it looks so delicious. My mouth is watering. Definitely, definitely. It's ready to turn over. Just take them out. So you just cook them on, like I'm told, you just cook them and just take them out. And as you can see, they're definitely cooked because they don't look raw. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this show. Vetkoeks and curry bunnies, another South African favorite, something which my husband and his family grew up with. And this was inspired by my chat with my sister-in-law earlier on, Azalea. And because we've always had like the best bunny chows with their family, whether we've gone to PE or studying at University of Bloemfontein, or in the UK where they live. So they make the most amazing vetkoeks. I don't think mine is the same. It tastes a bit different. But usually, if you're serving this with like minced curry and potato and peas, usually you can have some chutney. So you can add some chutney on the side. Yeah. So everyone's quite excited for these, and they're going to be finished in like in no time. It's going to be, I'm going to pop the oil off because it's very hot, and then I'm going to show you everything that we made. So it's extremely hot. And yeah, so we'll wait for the rest of the bunnies. And I'm going to show you the bunny chow and also my curry. So the bunnies were made, the curry bunnies. Yeah, I'm calling them curry bunnies because that's what they call them. So it's basically vetkoek, which they call bunnies. So I'm going to put my curry, so lamb curry. As you can see, it's come up absolutely amazing. And here's one that's in a curry bunny. It's absolutely amazing. So when you serve it like this, you can add, it's really nice to have some Mrs. Paul's chutney. So have some chutney with it, some coconut, or just some salad, or just some pickles or something with it. But eating it just like that, guys, is absolutely delicious. And there you have it. Bon appetit. And thank you so much for joining me at the Happy Doctor's Kitchen, where we prepared these amazing, amazing bunnies. So let's pop that there and you can see that. So, vetkoeks, fat cakes, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know whether you've got another name for them, but that's how amazing they look. So we've got some vetkoeks, which obviously these are the ones that have just come out. We're going to eat them really hot. It's best served really hot, and this is the one with butter, as you can see. So that's just got some butter popped on it, and you can see how melted the butter is. That's the one with the curry in already. So this is an alternative to the normal bunny chow. And yeah, some lamb curry, mutton curry. So thank you so much. Namaste. Thank you for joining me at the session at the Happy Doctor's Kitchen. And I hope you enjoyed the show. Do send me a like, share my post, subscribe to the YouTube. Have a look at our website, www.spice-delights.com, for any of the spices or masalas or inspiration of the recipes. And yeah, do stay safe and drop me a line. Bye everyone, and have a fantastic, fantastic evening. We're going to definitely enjoy these guys. These are happy and healthy. And an alternative. It's so nice to make something like this because it's different from the normal, curry and rice and curry and roti. So it just gives you some ideas to, you can get the kids involved in making it. My kids definitely love making this. Yeah, and it smells. The house smells effective now. Bye everyone.